Testing 1 2 1 2. Oh, fuck off, Nick.
All about experience is to feel the adrenaline running through our veins, like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground.
Hello, hello,
with
welcome.
a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new
Not too bad.
tomorrow.
Finally back to trading after
Do you
1 or
feel
2 days
special?
off. How are you?
Take back control of your investments.
I really envy your motorcycle, Marwan.
Thank you.
Is it? That's not a bad boy, is it?
No, it's a road glide.
Road Glide, which Suzuki?
Harley.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah. I have also another one here in Lebanon. I'm cruising all day long. The weather is amazing.
Wow. I want to buy a Ducati. That's more like a naked bike, sports bike.
That's a totally different level.
Yeah. And well, I had a look on a custom-made chopper as well, but I think I'm too young for that yet. But you know, when I get to that, yeah.
I bought my first Harley when I reached 40.
Yeah, but I'm not 40. Come on.
I know. So you still have some time.
Yeah, for a Harley Davidson, I think it respects. It needs someone with, you know, aged, who settled down. You know, someone more mature.
Well, not really. I had before that a Breakout, and it was fully customized with it was really fast. It was like stage 2. The engine was amazing, and yeah, but I had to sell it. It's not really comfortable for long rides.
The custom mades, or?
Yeah.
Okay, then because I had to look one. There is a garage in Hungary who builds custom choppers. They look fantastic, but I never thought about the, you know.
Yeah, that one, the Road Glide for the long rides, is amazing. It's very comfy with the stereo system, and you know, you have saddlebags to put your stuff in. So you need to consider all this if you want to go for long rides.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so welcome back everyone. Today is 1st of April. Hopefully we won't be fools on April Fool's Day. I started the Zoom and the live streaming a little bit earlier because I wanted to show the team how to install the pip counter on the top right of the screen. So who wants to install it from the team? Is that worth me going through?
I installed it. I think it's straightforward. I don't know if...
It's a bit tricky because you have to override one of the indicators. I mean, that's how I did it. So I went into File, opened up the System folder, and then go to MQL4. So it's a little bit different.
Okay, then yes, maybe... if you can show us, is better than what I
because I think maybe you installed the show pips, which looks different than mine.
Yeah, it's not really helpful, you know. It's you cannot move it, you cannot customize it. Just save the file in the folder, the MT4 folder, and then I load it from the
okay, so
navigator.
Yeah, when you open up the system folder from files, you have to go into MQL4, go to indicators, and select any of the indicators which has the extension of MQ4. Once you have it, if you double click in it, it will open up a it's like a script, and all you have to do is open up the pip counter script I sent to you, the MQL, copy it, open up this MQ4 document in MetaTrader, paste it, save it, close it, restart it. That's all it takes.
Okay.
But maybe I should do a video on it. That would be better. And I'm gonna close down the buy, the sell. No, I'm gonna leave it. I closed in majority of the profit, but maybe let's go through what do we have for the gold market today. So this morning I sent out an analysis that we'll be selling from 1935. Profit target was 1920, and you can see the price already filled half of over 60% of the initial target, resulting in just under 100 pips. And now it's pulling back, but you know, every impulse move is followed by retracement. So there is a possibility that price is going to come back to retest maybe this level at around 1930 and then drop further down. but we have NFP coming up in about 30 minutes. And we don't know what is going to be the data printing. So it's going to be a surprise for us. But either way, many people got confused about my narrative, my fundamental analysis. So let me show you why I wrote what I wrote. So if you look on the chart on the NFP, you can see that there is no direct correlation sometimes between gold spot price and NFP. But the reason for this is because all the way up to October 2021, we had conflicting datas. Worse than expected down, better than expected up, worse than expected down, and after that, better than expected up. So we already have a conflicting result, two better than expected, one up, one is down. Then we have worse than expected, beginning from November, and you can see that before October 2021, worse than expected data readings were negative for the gold market. And since October 2021, gold spot price started to go up. You see, worse than expected, and gold was going up. Then we have another worse than expected, gold was going up. And then another worse than expected back in January. And since that, gold is unstoppable. Now, this massive gold rally wasn't just due to the NFP result. Obviously, you know that the Russia invaded Ukraine at the middle of February, maybe end of February. So it's over 5 weeks now, or 4 weeks now. So obviously that was the catalyst. But what's important is that you see that since October, we started to see, doesn't matter what is the outcome of the NFP data printing, gold was still bullish, and it failed to go below 1760. So that was a strong support level. It could be that, you know, Russia was buying up gold, and that was why we saw that doesn't matter what was the NFP result, gold was still going up. That's one explanation. The other explanation could be that since 2021 October, that's when we started to see that the Fed was consistent with the communication of about the forward guidance or about the monetary policy. And before October, the Fed was really all over the place because they were saying that, oh, don't worry, inflation is transitory, it's going to go away, you don't have to worry about it. And also, our main man, Jerome Powell, didn't have his nomination or re-election by President Joe Biden. So he was really cautious and careful with the words he used. And after October, when Jay Powell's re-election was 100% sure.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You might want to mute that mic. Thanks.
Maybe clean it up a bit.
Yeah, you might want to wipe that screen down. Oh, God. So, after October 2021, we had consistent communication from the Fed. Jay Powell was re-elected, and we started to see the end of the tunnel. At least the Fed was trying to show us the end of the tunnel, saying that we are going to raise interest rates, you have nothing to fear about. So they started to say the same thing. They accepted that inflation is going to stay with us, and they started to talk about ending of quantitative easing or reducing the balance sheet, etc., etc. And then after this, doesn't matter if it was better than expected or worse than expected, gold price was going up because the Fed said and confirmed that it's going to be a 25 basis point rate hike. Now, what does 25 basis point rate hike does against a 7.9 inflation? It equals to a fart of a butterfly. It does nothing. So that's what I said, that this time, I think, doesn't matter what will be the result, just follow what gold was doing in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5 months, because the chances are good that it's going to follow the same kind of pattern. Of course, there might be a drop down to 1900 to retest this level. Who knows? There's always a possibility. But then in the longer term, because this is a longer term forecast, gold price should go up. Now, the only reason if that gold price would drop below 1900 if they come to a meaningful agreement or they come to a peace, Ukraine and Russia. That is the only two reasons I see that gold price would drop dramatically. But technically it's possible, so we shouldn't rule out the possibility. Now, looking back on the chart, where we look at the intraday setups, any questions so far?
Just one thing to add to what you said regarding Russia and Ukraine. Just today we got some news that there are some explosions in Russia. So it seems like they're not gonna get to peace anytime soon.
Yeah, I think there was Ukraine went over the borders and started to bombing the depot or the reserves.
Yeah, fuel port.
Yeah. Well, I think Ukraine got a little bit, not cocky, but they bravened up. Given that Russia couldn't take over Kiev for weeks. They tried for many weeks, and the result was quite disappointing, considering Russia is one of the biggest countries in the world, but they failed to take over Ukraine. So I think Ukraine is now fighting back, and I have to say they have fucking big balls. So all the respect to Ukraine. And now let's go back to the chart. So first question on YouTube: buy or sell? Well, second question is, what time is NFP? It's getting better and better every single day. People amaze me every single day. So NFP is going to be in 25 minutes, and I'm looking for buys. There is a possibility that price is going to drop, to 1915 to 1900, but I will be looking for buys at every single one of these support levels, because inflation is going to stay with us, and I'm expecting a bigger push on gold. Right, that's enough talking from me. I pass the floor to the team.
Good afternoon, Thomas.
Good afternoon, Mr. Allen.
Hey, Alan.
Hi there. How you doing, Raul?
Hey, Raul, Alan, how are you guys?
I don't think Raul is here.
Oh, okay, I thought it was him that said hello. Obviously, I was wrong. So I beg your pardon.
No, there was Sean, wasn't it?
I didn't want him. Oh, hi, Sean. I see. Okay, yeah. Sean with his guns out again.
Sean, quick question: do you take, private events?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Anything to put some money in my account.
He's got his special policeman's outfit for his Hindus.
Yeah, but he looks like the stereotypical male stripper in a uniform, big guns, handsome guy. I was not sure that if he's really a police officer or if he does something else outside, or maybe both. Who knows? But it's a positive positive compliment, Sean. So don't be offended.
They never said I couldn't use my uniform for extra activities. Okay.
That's good news, I guess.
I bet the women love you.
Sorry, yeah, I bet they go up to Sean on the street. Sorry, officer, I just stole something from the shop. Please arrest me.
I haven't had too many issues with that in my career, but I did have one girl. I was investigating a shooting or something, and I was doing some interviews, and she asked me as I was walking away if I'd bend her over the hood of my car. I was like, no, I kept walking.
My dream job.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Sean. I get that all the time.
Most of those women, they just see the uniform and that's what they're attracted to. So I never showed interest in anyone when I'm working. Because they just want the uniform. They don't care about who I am.
I could show you some police officers in Eastern Europe who would women would definitely not be attracted just because of the uniform.
Now, some of the uniforms are pretty grim.
Do you hear the drum roll?
No.
No, I need to fix that. My stream deck isn't working today. It's not good news. Do you hear it now?
No. Still.
Hmm. Strange, but I will fix it. Anyway, so we have 167 viewers on YouTube.
Oh, okay, I can get one.
But only 64 likes, which is really, really disappointing.
Viewers on YouTube.
Someone is really noisy in the Zoom.
Sorry, that was me. I
Yeah.
needed to mute it. I just went into your YouTube to give you a like. So I had
Oh,
sound
thank
on my
you.
computer. So I beg your
Thank you.
pardon.
Just quickly show you, I'm gonna close down my buy and just gonna wait for the NFP. So I closed down my gold sell position.
Yeah, I have to admit, I don't like having anything open because the way it, as you say, the way it generally moves.
Yeah, the only thing open today until NFP is my window behind me. And okay, what should we do until we wait for the NFP data printing? One, two. How about people on YouTube start pressing that thumbs up button or like button so we get more likes? That's a good start, isn't it?
I love that in it bit. That's very sort of, well, certain parts of England, not everywhere.
A certain part of what?
England, more Londonish, saying in it.
Oh, in it, yeah, yeah, bruv. Yeah, I used to grow up in London, so I picked up some of the Cockney. I used to live in not Docklands, but southeast. That's where
Right.
I couldn't hear the bells ringing, so I was not technically Cockney or live in a Cockney area, because I think it was, what is the area called that where you hear the bells ringing? Then you are a Cockney. If
Yeah,
you are
they're the bow bells.
Yes, it's a 3-mile radius. If you hear the bells, you're a Cockney. But I don't think that's technically true, because there's some people in Altham and Greenwich, they speak Cockney as well.
Yeah, but you know, speaking Cockney, being a Cockney, you know,
Yeah.
it's like lots of things. It's like certain accents you understand are original. It's like somebody from Newcastle. If you really can't understand them at all, you know it's original.
That's damn true.
Well, I mean, it's you know, the regional accents. They're if people move around quite a lot, they have an accent, but you know, it's an accent, but you can still understand them. But certain, you know, from certain areas, when they're very much local, you can't understand a word they're saying. Because they speak, you know, then they start using more dialect, and it's, you know, it's not the same as an accent.
Yeah, and especially Cockney, they switch up the words so they speak in rhymes.
Yeah, I mean,
do you know what this?
people,
Do you know what does it mean?
understand quite a lot of the rhymes because they're quite simple in the way they work, but they probably use lots of rhymes which no one else knows.
Rubble, trouble, things like that. So the police don't understand them. Do you know what does it mean? The sloppy gobby.
It's something with rhymes with Bobby, but I don't.
I would not say it on the live stream, but it's something to do with ladies pleasuring a man.
Oh, okay.
Thomas?
Yes, Marwan.
Yeah, I shared a couple of pictures of my previous bike. Have a look at it.
Oh my fucking god! I'm just showing.
That's my breakout. You know, fully
That's a big
customized.
boy. That is a big boy.
Yeah.
So Marwan is a big motorcycle fan. That is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at his ass. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, that's what I like about this bike.
Nice. Thank
That's
you
a
for sharing.
peak of art.
Yeah, but the thing is, we had a discussion with Marwan that I found a really good custom-made chopper, but Marwan said that he sold his custom-made because it wasn't comfortable enough, and that is a very good point, which I didn't take into consideration about, you know, how comfortable is for a longer ride. If we want to go down to the seaside, etc., for, you know, it takes 4 or 5 hours, or even 6 on a motorbike.
Yeah, your back is gonna kill you. You know, it's.
I've never really quite understood choppers myself. I mean, I've had lots of bikes. I like sports tourers. I like to move quickly and comfortably in something that handles.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in, like, you know, North Wales and all the mountains there. It's quite fun.
Oh, 217 likes. That's good. People are waking up. Wakey, wakey. So we are 40 minutes away from non-farm payroll. Oh, and I'm showing the wrong screen. So we are 14 minutes away. Just a word of caution that after the non-farm payroll, or in the same time actually, we have the unemployment rate and the participation rate. Now these two variables can greatly affect the outcome of the reaction of gold price to the NFP data. The reason for this is because NFP data itself, it only tells how many jobs have been created, which are not 100% new jobs, because some of the jobs are some of the workplaces just recovered after the pandemic, so they were able to open up again, you know, seasonal seaside or lakeside venues, etc. So not necessarily new jobs, but the other thing which tells a full picture of the story is the participation rate and the unemployment rate. Now the labor market participation is disappointing. People don't want to go back to work, they want more money. That was one of the reasons that in the US there was a huge inflation, as well as other non-domestic factors and variables. And then we have the unemployment rate, which is actually really, really low. So it hasn't been this low for I don't know how many years. Yeah, since back in Yeah, for 2-3 years. So many of these factors are affecting the gold price. Now I'm gonna delete this short position because I closed it down already, so that would not be an accurate representation of my current situation. So yeah, word of caution that please be careful, because we don't know what is going to be the data. Is it going to be a surprise or not? And we don't know how the participation rate and the unemployment rate is going to affect the non-farm payrolls, because combining these three together, that's how the investors and traders are deriving the health of the US economy, the labor market, etc. And they can prepare for, you know, short or long positions, but we don't know yet what is going to be the math. What do you think? Gold is going to drop or fly today? Wakey
I
wakey.
think, as you said, it's gonna most probably test the 1900 and then fly back up.
Yeah,
Dump and
definitely.
pump.
We'll see. I definitely see multiple buying opportunities. That's why I sent out into the private Discord chat that make sure you do not blindly just buy at every single level, but although you can do it if you split up your 2 or 3% risk into 3 or 4 positions, because I see buy opportunity 1920, 1910, even 1905. And the other thing I wanted to highlight, since we have 260 viewers on YouTube, yet only 136 likes, which is quite disappointing, is the sales on the 50% is going to end probably today or tomorrow, depending if how many people taking up this remaining 4 membership. As soon as they sold out, I'm going to close down the sales, because we want to make sure that we're not diluting the membership, as you know, I don't want to dilute the membership every single time, but I want to give some discount to people so they afford to join. So there's only 4 membership left. If you want to take up, head to alphafx.eu/purchase and become member of one of the fastest growing and coolest trading communities. That said, going back to the gold chart, now we're just waiting. Rudy Ramelan on YouTube says that gold is going to drop to 1877. It is possible. Anything is possible in the gold market. The other thing is why I partially agree with Rudy is, you know, we still have this big ass head and shoulder on the chart. So we have the left shoulder, we have the head, and we have the right shoulder. And since that, we were making high, low, lower high, which was respected very nicely the previous daily high. There's a possibility the price is going to make a lower low, and then, you know, something like this. So don't rule out the possibility of a big drop. Anything is possible. But overall, I'm bullish on gold. And we have 9 minutes until NFP. 257 viewers. 100. Guys, can we push up the number of likes or thumbs up to 200, please? That's the guys on YouTube.
I just jumped across and threw one on.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
Wakey, wakey.
We need to hear the drums.
Let me just switch.
Yeah.
Now that's it. We got some.
So I don't. It's amused me that some people are still asking like what time is NFP. If you're a new trader, I would advise to go to the economic calendar, set up your current time zone, and you can look up that non-farm payroll is in 6 minutes. Ooh. How many people we have? 274. Oh yeah, we also have, it's a good call, Joshua, we have US 30 as well we need to keep eye. So US 30, this was my setup, which, you know, since this morning at 38,800, so that was about 300 pips ago or 300 points ago. I'm expecting US 30 to come up to retest 35,000 and then continue to drop for various reasons. Inflation is still with us. The input cost, the materials, services that goes into production of these companies in the US 30 is increased. Cost of borrowing is going to be increased as well because, you know, the constant rate hikes every single month. So everything points into the direction that the stock market is going to go drop. But we had this ugly share buyback period, which, you know, it happens because they have to do what they have to do to protect the company's share value. So, but I think now they're out of steam and we are going to continue to drop. So that's my view.
Like a quite a big correction to me, which we should continue down. I actually had that level marked on my chart where it went down to, well, actually my level was just above that. But when I was looking at it, I thought, nah, it can't be. And then, of course, never underestimate how far it can either go down or up.
Absolutely. Well, I think longer term is bearish on US 30, but
yeah,
you know, stock market is manipulated. That, you know, people can move the markets, especially, you know, some of the people who are holding shares in the biggest companies like you know, Alphabet, Facebook, Amazon, you know, all of these behemoths or mammoths. These can really move the market, and those people who have huge crazy exposure in these companies, they're not going to just sit and watch. They're going to pump up the price and then sell crazy. They want to get out in profit, or if they want to hold it for longer, then, you know, they're going to make sure that they're not going to sell it. They're going to buy more to artificially push the price up. That is always how stock market works. And we have 264 views. It's only 23 away from 200 likes. So please, people on YouTube, smash that thumbs up. Do it now.
And don't forget to smash like and
Thomas, on gold.
Sorry?
Did you set any buy limits?
No.
Or are you just gonna wait?
Yeah, just gonna wait. But I'm really tempted to place another sell. It's respecting the trend line so nicely. But I just closed down my positions. But I would rather wait. Yeah, it's only 3 minutes. But I think buying opportunity at 1920. Yeah, let's set a buy limit at 1921.
But that's a sell limit.
Oh shit, yeah. Thanks. I haven't got to that point yet. So I'm still doing the... Why is it... Buy limit 1921. Stop loss. It's going to be... Okay, that's only a really tiny buy limit because, you know, price could easily spill over, but at least we have some excitement that, you know, buy limit is there. But I'm mainly just going to observe. And Mikhail Abuka asking, buy or sell gold? The ever or never ending question whether to buy. So I'm gonna quickly explain. We have only 1 minute to NFP data printing. I'm looking for long-term buys, but there's an opportunity to sell. So if you have no analysis or you have no idea what you're doing, I would advise just to observe and watch the market today. You have to have a trading plan ready. And we have 300 euros on YouTube. Only 197 likes. Okay, non-farm payrolls is in 26 minutes, 26 seconds, sorry. There is a possibility that price is going to come all the way down to 1900 to retest this beautiful, nice psychological number. So be careful with the buys, be careful with the sells. There's going to be volatility for sure, hopefully. So make sure that you manage your risk. That's the only thing that you can control. And the data is out. Non-farm payroll, worse than expected, ladies and gentlemen. So I think it's going to be a buy for gold before the drop down to 1920, 1910. But let's see how the market is reacting to this news. So, Brandon on YouTube, if it wasn't clear, I set the buy limit at 1921, but it's only a tiny risk to my account, so it's less than 0.3% risk. Because we're not trying to guess, there are multiple buying opportunities. So, my buy limit is at 1921, so a little bit higher than what you see on the chart, but I also have a little bit wider stop loss. 1921. This is not financial advice, I'm just merely streaming about what is my plan. But you know, there's a possibility that price is dropping down to 1921 and then up, but also it could drop down to 1910 before it moves up, so be careful with the buys. It looks like finally we have some reaction compared to the previous 1 or 2 NFPs where the result was absolutely muted on the gold spot market after the data printing came out. US 30 it's dropping now. So it came up to, okay, US 30 is a sell. So I'm gonna place 1 standard lot, or no, actually make it 2 standard lot, stop loss at 35,000. Okay, on US 30. Okay, jumping back onto gold. Let's see. Yeah, I would be careful with gold. It started to push down, now it's going back up. I think market participants are checking out. What was the unemployment rate? 3.6. Unemployment rate is getting better and better. But you see that the participation rate on the labor market is still very disappointing. Only 62% of people are taking up these jobs which are being created or still, you know, reopened since the pandemic. So it's a little bit mixed data again. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. Yes, it's the same situation like last time. But, you know, it was bullish for gold in the longer term. $315. Yes, chef.
Yeah, seems like the GU is dropping.
Okay.
It's dropping really hard.
Drop it like it's hot. So that was the analysis I showed you in the morning Zoom. And then it almost hit the stop loss, but now it's going back down. So, are you in a sell?
Yes, I'm still holding the position.
Good. Are you in profit?
Yes, thank you.
It's even better. Well done. So gold. US 30. How is the US 30 sell going? It's already in profit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna keep a tiny stop loss in US 30. No, I can afford a little bit wider. Okay, it's good. Who's in sell on US 30?
Yeah, I am.
I am.
We love US 30, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know what to do with gold. Could this be a bull flag pattern? No. That would be too small. People on YouTube, are you buy or sell? Tell me. And people in Zoom, what are you doing? Buying or selling?
Watching sideline.
Sneaky buy.
Strictly buy.
I opened a small position at 26.
Buy.
Yeah, I just put a small buy in. Small buy.
Oh, guys, missing out. You're all in the buy train. That means I should join the buys as well. What do you think?
For a swing trader, we made a swing low by looking at the daily break of the daily trend line. So I was looking at that as well.
Yeah.
I still think we're going to drop a little bit.
It's not too far away from my initial entry, but it was really close to the weekly support level on the pivot. It's hard to tell, but I'm just gonna jump onto this. Should I wait? So many decisions. Oh my god.
I jumped with a small lot.
I'm fearing I'm going to miss out. Unbelievable. You, Marwan, as well? You jumped on a buy?
Yeah, small one.
Small one?
Tiny. Mini.
Really don't know what to do. No, actually, I know what to do. I'm not, you know, I'm not fearing to miss out. Just going to watch it. But I think the buy is...
After every impulse move.
is followed by...
You know the one.
A retracement.
Hi, Taras.
Hey, Ahmed, where were you?
Well, busy a little bit. And by the way, about gold, It's creating a small lower lows and lower highs, so I don't think it's a good time to buy it now.
When would be a good time to buy?
If it breaks any of the lower highs.
Yeah, that's good advice. It's the really conservative entry, which I like.
If it reached like 37, I think it will be clear buy.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be a pullback or a retest. Okay.
क्या ये
Anna
बोलते
Marie.
हैं तो इस पे एक फोन कर लेते हैं स्कॉटलैंड में तो जॉब है स्कॉटलैंड में जॉब एक बार 5 मिनट बताओ
I take that one too, Salmer, as well. I don't know what you ordered, but it sounds good. So Anna Maria Zampa on YouTube, buying gold US 30 sell. That's a good strategy. We are in the US 30 sell. I'm a little bit hesitant to jump onto a buy on gold. I was still waiting for 1920, 1921 to be retested. If I'm gonna miss out, well, that's it. It's Friday anyway. I think Salmer just forgot to mute his mic again. So let me mute him. Salmair. Goodbye, Salmair.
Thomas,
Ahmed,
did you make profits in the last US 30 sell?
when was the last US 30 sell?
When I told you, can you please check US 30?
Or was it now?
No,
Or
not today.
days ago?
I think 3 or 4 days ago.
How on earth I know what was 3-4 days ago? I have no idea.
I think we sold at 34,900, I think, or 35. I don't really remember.
That was probably a clear stop loss hit because then price went up.
I don't know.
No, I can't remember.
Me too. Let me check my trade.
Gold is not doing anything really. GU. I think the market is waiting out now. Probably in about 30 minutes we are going to see some movements. So, in YouTube, do you guys are in a buy and sell?
Be careful, Christine's on a buy.
No, but honestly, tell me guys, buy or sell gold? Now I'm the one who's asking this question, buy or sell. So put me out of my misery and just give me the answer.
Yo, Thomas, just watch gold, man. Don't buy, don't sell. Watch it. That's doing something too.
Yeah, hey Budun. People keep asking me, even, you know, wake up in my dreams, Thomas, gold buy or sell? Like, we'll find out.
Making lower highs and lower lows on the 15-minute and 5-minute still. And the 1 hour.
Yeah, this trend line is being very well respected. We had already, I think, 100 pips profit today on gold, but I'm still expecting to come a little bit lower. Everyone is in a sell, or many of the people are in a sell. No, actually someone is in a buy. It's really mixed. Oh, and now it's pushing up. Is he going to leave without my buy limit?
Yeah.
Thanks, Shubu. Okay, I'm gonna place just a small buy. Stop loss will be at 1923. So at least I have my excitement for today. Because if you look on the 4-hour chart, now this is a quite considerably big wick. So now we started to disrespect the bearish market structure it does or gave us on the lower time frame. And the bounce here was really close to the weekly support or weekly pivot point, which, you know, could be a signal that yes, price is going to go up. So I'm bullish on gold. Mad Genius on YouTube, 6-lot buy on gold. That is a big position, mate. Well done. Oops, shit, I just closed my gold buy. Let's jump back in again. 1923. I hate the desktop version of MetaTrader. It's just rubbish. Okay. Place the small buy. So to give you an accurate representation about the current situation, the stop loss should be at around 1923. Take profit if you jump into a buy with me, that this is not a financial advice. Stop loss at 1923 for region. It's up to your preference depending on the lot size and your risk appetite. What should happen is, you know, if you break this trend line, then it's a clear signal that gold price should go higher. Where did you guys enter into the buy and where is your stop loss?
I entered at 26. My stop loss is just below 24.75. But I'm going to move it to 23. Yeah. More conservative.
I'm gonna wait for 4-hour candle close, then I will decide.
Yeah, it's wise. I mean, based on this reaction on gold, I think 1926-27 is a good buying opportunity. All we have to do is, you know, just wait for price to come back to this area right here. It may or may not happen. There's a possibility the price is going to just smash through this trend line, retest the trend line, and boom, go higher. We don't know, but that's the beauty of trading.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up myself.
AB.
Target at high. Target.
I think you're breaking up.
Right now, like
1212.
I think it's my connection. My connection has been pretty shit today.
It is breaking up.
If the 4-hour candle closes like this, I'm gonna buy 2 lots.
Yeah, it's it's a good sign of bullish reversal on lower time frame, on a higher time frame because of that wick.
Yeah.
Andras keynote, is it possible it will reach at least 1945? Anything is possible in trading, but I think what was your 1945 is absolutely, that was the previous daily high, just below the previous daily high and the weekly pivot point, so it will definitely, or I think it should reach 1945 if it holds this bullish structure. By the way, Andras keynote, are you Hungarian? B, just quick buy scalp 1927, TP 33, stop loss 24. Well done, B.
In my opinion, I think gold will reach 1974.
1974.
Yeah. It's a monthly resistance there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, monthly. Is it on the pivots or?
I don't know.
And we started to see some more bullish movement. Now we just have to flip around this bearish daily candle and then we should be fine. We have 303 viewers on YouTube, only 216 likes. So go smash that thumbs up or like button if you want me to keep up this stream for a little bit longer. So Dreamscape on YouTube. There will be an order block at 1953. If it goes up to 1953, I'm happy. That's the first position which we just took, or I just took. Possible buy scenario, bounces back from the previous daily close, retest, and then wham, goes up. Second entry could be that, you know, price is going to melt down to 1920, 1921, and then moves higher. And obviously we have another third buying opportunity, which is going to be lower at around 1910. So we have 3 buying opportunities. So Preston Cupido, hello, where did you get that pip indicator? It's nice and simple and I'm loving the way it looks. You have to install it. It's called Pipsometer. Yeah, something like that.
USDT drop.
US. What dropped, Harry?
US30.
Of course, we're in a sell. Of course, it's dropping.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put on the sell I took. So it was entry at 34,860. $860.25. Stop loss is at 34,958. And the take profit somewhere around here. So this was 34,860. Yeah. This is what it looks like, the US 30 position we took. So Andras from YouTube has a buy from 1934. It's not too bad, but you have to use a wider stop loss. And don't forget that there's a probability that price is going to drop a little bit lower before it's moving up. So now gold looks like it's going to respect the original plan, which is going to drop down to 1920 with an OES, so just observing. Make sure that you manage risk and don't jeopardize too much. So US 30 TP is really open, but I think a reasonable would be around the 34,300 level if you look at the higher time frame. So the first TP should be always the previous low or high at 34.7, and then I use Fibonacci for take profit levels. That's the simplest and easiest way to determine the take profits. Scott Sullivan, it seems that NFP did not have a big impact on gold. Yeah, it's been, in the past 4 or 5 NFP, it was really indecisive, so we couldn't really make out anything. The reason for this, or one of the reasons for this, is because we don't just have the NFP, we have the labor market participation rate and the unemployment rate. And if you look into these data, you see that the result is quite conflicting. How come that we have decreasing labor market participation rate, meaning that people don't want to take up the jobs which have been created in the non-farm payroll. People don't want to take up these jobs, yet we have all-time low unemployment rate. So these are conflicting results, and this is why many of the traders are just staying out from NFP, because how do you make an investment plan or a trading decision on conflicting data? It's difficult. I have a question to people of YouTube. We have 326 viewers and only 223 likes. That's disappointing. You're not respecting this live stream. So smash the thumbs up and like button if you enjoy the conversation. So black on YouTube, spot on observation. That's what I talked about at the beginning of the stream. If you have a look on the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NFP data printings, it doesn't matter if it was worse or better than expected, price always went higher on the gold spot market. One of the reasons is because Russia was buying up everything above 1723, but you see that we had conflicting results, some of them better or worse than expected, but gold was still going up, so there was no direct correlation between worse or better than expected. And this is one of the reasons why I placed the trading plan of today on the last historical data of 5-6 trading sessions on NFP. Adam Spice, can you explain Fibonacci? Maybe another day, because it's a bit longer to explain, and I also have an explanation video on the website Fibonacci and Gambox using Fibonacci and patterns. So I do explain it in the course. But maybe on a quieter day, Monday or Tuesday, come back and I will explain it in a live session. Essentially Fibonacci, okay, so since the team is not really chatty today in the Zoom, Fibonacci, I use it. Oh, who was this? I'm just gonna mute Muhammad. So Fibonacci is used. We're talking about the Fibonacci retracement. It's not Fibonacci fan or Fibonacci circles, it's Fibonacci retracement. And it's used to measure how deep or how high the price is going to retrace. And you know, once you have an impulse move to the upside or to the downside, you put it from swing low to swing high, and then you have entry points at 61.80, 78.60, and you know, those are the well-known Fibonacci levels where most likely price is going to retrace back before it moves higher. Also, you have other levels. Percy.
Hey, this is Percy, man.
Thanks, mate.
Yo, I'm from the Netherlands.
Ah, hoe gaat het?
Gaat goed.
Ah, dankjewel.
Great.
Is smakelijk.
Oh, thank you. I just ate. But,
Good.
This is fantastic to join this group. Because 2 weeks ago I asked you about this group via YouTube, and now it's the first time I'm joining. So now I'm officially team member. So
Excellent.
Great to hear your interactions.
Good. I think you joined only a couple of days ago, haven't you?
Yeah, a few like 2 weeks off and on. I joined the YouTube live stream, but I wasn't a member. So since yesterday or the day before yesterday, I'm officially a member.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah, thanks.
How was your first 1 or 2 days, or since you joined?
Yeah, good. I'm doing this like around 1.5 years, and I can see that your TA is much more advanced than mine, but I can see that we have some complements. So it's really helping your thought process to get it, so that I can get more accurate.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh, who is that little one with you?
Yeah, as you said, like you said, the time when you have a little one, you'll learn your child to chart directly. So she's 8 months, and she likes the charts, all the colors.
Good. You can start teaching her Fibonacci.
Yeah, my mom is to the shop, so that's why I'm in the charts with her.
Oh my god, she's getting busy.
Yeah, I'll put myself on mute there.
Okay, no worries. Thanks, nice to meet you.
I'm glad I'm here, and great to join.
You're welcome, mate. Oh, good luck with the little one. So,
yeah, thanks.
Quickly just jumping on the gold chart, looks like we're going to have a downward movement. So, if you are in a buy position, make sure that you have a stop loss and you're managing the risk. Because as I said at the beginning of the stream, we have multiple entry levels, 1920, 1910, so we don't know where it's going to be. It looks like gold is now gonna move lower, so I'm just gonna jump out from my buy. Yeah, and I'm gonna wait for a better entry level. And it is looking like going to hit my buy limit, which I set at the beginning of the stream. at 1921. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not taking up my buy limit. So just to show you, at the beginning of the stream, we talked about, if I just delete this, so this one was a manual close down, the first trade, because price came a little bit lower, so I cut the losses as soon as possible. So the first, if I just delete this, the first buy level was at 1921, which price didn't take up yet. So I'm going to be looking for entries around this level somewhere here. Let's delete this one. So now we're down to one scenario. If it goes any lower to the previous daily low, then obviously we're gonna have some more entries. So let's see. Okay, so that's the buy limit at 1921. And now we're just waiting and see whether price is going to hit it or not.
If I may say something, from my point of view, I just closed a sell because we're I can see we're hitting we just hit the trend line for the second time actually, and I'm waiting to have a buy on 1920 because of the FIP 50% and the daily close.
Damn right.
The daily close from yesterday, and the CPR is also there. So there's a strong support on 1920.
Damn right. Absolutely spot on. We have the fib,
thanks.
so if I just move to the left, we have the Fibonacci. Confluences with the many of the pivots, weekly pivot, weekly support pivot, previous daily open. So that is a good foundation for strong support.
Yeah, daily open you call it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the CPR line. I also have a CPR line that has some confluence there. But I have like this trend line. Like you drew it on the right, but I also have it on the left, and it hits twice. You can see like we hit it now, and we hit it on the last green candle. I have a line going down.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Oh,
This?
even so. Oh, didn't even see it like that. But I have it closer, steeper.
Yeah, we could
one
draw.
more to your right. Sorry?
Yeah, we could draw a ton of trend lines on the chart.
But it just I have it from the PDC, as you wrote PDC, going down. Then you see we hit it to more to the right, 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 more to the right. A little bit more to the right.
Even more.
Yes. Yeah, and then yeah, I have it like that. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
then
like
going
a channel, so
yes,
it's easier to draw.
sorry, channel you call it, yeah.
And you have it on a bigger time frame.
Yeah, something like that. So 1924, I'm going to move my buy limit because it looks like that is going to be a good buying level. So the new buy limit is 1924, somewhere around here. And now just wait. Come on, gold, let's make some profit. Come back down to 1924. Scoop up the buy limit and then shoot up. Michael Ebuka sold at 1923.7. I'm on sell. Tommy is on sell until 1800s. Yeah, anything is possible. It doesn't matter what you and I or others have on the market. The most important is that, you know, risk management. Everyone's going to have contradicting views and opinions in the market, but you know, that shouldn't set us apart. What's important to manage risk and make sure that no one is blowing accounts or going into debt and other ugly things. And we have 325 viewers on YouTube. That is a new high.
Hey, Thomas, US30 hit my first take profit.
Let's have a look on US30. It hit your first take profit, and your take profit was really low.
Yes, sir.
But if you made profit, that, you know, no complaint.
Yeah, as you say, profit's profit.
In it, bruv. I'm gonna set an alert. If price comes back to 1924, I get a nice notification. But I'm going to set a small buy as well, just in case. JB sent a buy limit at 1906. Yeah, it's very much possible. You know, these drops. And I think, yeah, gold just hit my buy limit. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the chart because the buy limit is now activated. Stop loss I placed just below the previous daily low at around 1940, 1915. So Black on YouTube, nice to have these live streams conversations so you don't get too much in your own head. Yes, absolutely. I think it's good to have these live conversations, so you know it's not as boring. Why should you carry the burden of trading alone when you can share your opinion, your you know, how was your day, and you know, just speak with like-minded people live in the Zoom. Isn't it right, team?
Yeah. Yes. Trading with the Alpha family lowers my blood pressure significantly.
Yeah, but gold doesn't help in it.
Yeah, gold is blessed, very blessed.
Yeah, it's good. I really like. At least it's, you know, it's not boring, because before the live streams, even myself, I was really bored during the afternoons. I was watching the chart for hours, and you know, I was just chatting. But chat isn't the same as having a conversation with someone on the other end of the line. Sean on YouTube. Gold buy or sell? If you get any gold jewelry on sale, definitely buy it.
Thomas.
Yes, Will?
How's it going? You right?
Yeah, not too bad. You?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. What's your TP on gold?
On gold, TP is open, so as soon as I have a decent amount of money making up the loss from the previous position and some profit, then I'm gonna close it down. But initially I'm targeting the weekly pivot point at 1943 and 45 area. Surprised to jump back. Yeah. So we had 100 pips from a sell earlier today, and then if it goes up to that level, it's gonna be another 220. So we made 300 pips today, and I think we lost about, or I lost about 30 or 40 pips with the previous positions. That is the TP, and it's, you know, weekend is coming, so I don't want to leave any position open.
Good idea. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, mate. So I should write that. Where is your TP?
For me?
Yeah, man.
I put mine at 36.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's the previous daily close. I think it's decent enough.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Well, right now I'm in Northampton.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, do you know what that is? East Midlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I grew up in London, though.
Yeah, I can hear the accent.
Yeah.
Proper fam.
Yeah, South London.
In it, bruv.
Yeah. Exactly, man.
I do miss London a little bit. I'm planning to go back to visit some friends, but not sure when.
Yeah, for me, I don't really miss it, but it's just too fast for me, so it's just too much.
So people asking on YouTube that, Thomas, can I buy gold? Well, it's not a financial advice. I can only tell my position. So I'm currently in a buy since 1924, which was around this level. Now, if you buy from this level, it's not too far, or if you buy from the current price level, it's not too far from my entry, and you can use the same stop loss at around 1917, 1915. It's up to your interpretation. It's not signal service, not financial advice. And then you can just target the first take profit, the weekly pivot at 1945, and leave some running for the rest. But I recommend to close it down before the market closes. So yes, you can enter now. Use a TP around 1917, whether you like, where you like it. It looks like so far it's, even though it's a quite modest reaction to the weekly support, but at least we are in a tiny profit. Keshav Kumar asking on YouTube, are you a full-time trader, sir? Yeah, we can say that. We do pretty much
quite big on the long today.
Who?
Me, just now.
You went on a big long?
Yes.
We like big longs.
150.
150 lots.
Yes.
Nice. What broker are you with?
Sorry?
Who's your broker?
Oh, that one is not a broker. Whenever I trade that kind of sizes, it's not with a broker.
Yeah, because usually they don't allow anything above 30, 40 lots.
You can do 60, which is fine, but sometimes you just have to call them up to do it. Or if you plan on doing any bigger sizes, you have to let them know. So I tend not to do those because it's kind of like a waste of my time.
Now it's going back, massaging the entry level.
A small question.
Go on.
How did you draw the weekly? Because I did on TeamViewer, I did a week, and then I just put a line.
The weekly what?
How did you draw the weekly line?
The weekly pivots.
Ah, okay. Yeah, thanks.
It's this one. It's an indicator, but I did the I'm just drawing simple horizontal lines.
Okay. Yeah, I did it by hand, so if I wasn't sure how you did it.
This is the worst probable thing to do on a Friday, just sit in front of charts and watch. I hate it. But because we have NFP, which is the mostly anticipated data printing, you know, we have to do it. It's only once a month, but I think it's just a waste of time. People on YouTube are freaking out on Christine's 150 lots.
Wait, what?
You know, it's not common, Christine, the 150 lots. It's not every broker allows this 150.
Yeah.
What else should we introduce on the daily tradings? We have the morning briefing, we have the live afternoon. Is there anything else? How could we improve the daily trading?
Buy and sell department. You should have a section where you say just buy.
Just
Nothing.
when you have the question, buy or sell, the answer, right? I will make sure. I will do one.
Yeah.
And a question on YouTube just came up by Asim Alvi. Hello, buy or sell? Please tell me, sir. So, Saumer can explain. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny.
You just start your section, buy and sell, and just say sell and buy. Full stop, nothing else.
And no stop loss, no TP, just buy or sell.
Because we all want to hear buy and sell, that's it.
The trouble is, you get so many people come in saying, "Oh, it's going to hit this level. It's going to hit that level." I personally find that, I don't know, maybe just me. I find it a little bit annoying, you know, because this definite idea of it's going to hit certain levels is just distracting. Except when it comes from Thomas, of course, and you know the really good people, you know, which I know I can listen to. But they never say that will do that. They all the good people just say it should respect this level or it should respect that level. People don't.
Yeah, I mean, only a fool would make a statement that this or that is going to happen.
Exactly.
There's always A, B, or C different scenarios outcome. Whereas I gave you 3 potential buying levels today because I don't see the future. I don't know which one is going to be the winner. So it would be arrogant to say from my side, and anyone who says that they know exactly what's going to happen, it's just bullshit.
Yeah, even if in the professional world, like if you're dealing with clients, but the regulators will not allow you. It's actually in regulations.
You can't even say that.
Give a definite answer. Yeah, you have to give choices, as if there are scenarios, and you cannot give a definite answer as gold is going to go to 2,000. You can't just say that based on what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you
that's
look
the problem. You know, I mean, yesterday I could have said, you know, US 30 is going to go down to, you know, what it did do. I wouldn't dream of doing that because that's just, you know, speculation.
If you look up MiFID, I'm sure Christine is familiar about MiFID, but even that, it has the regulations about what and what cannot. Bankers, private bankers, sales department, whoever has client exposure, there's a strict regulation about what can be said to clients who are investing money. Even they regulate the kind of channels of communication that you can talk to clients. It's really, really strict.
Yeah, because they don't want you to mislead the client as if like there is some information that you know that they don't, that you know is going to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's why when you go on the street and you see any CFD trading or even the kit documents and all kind of prospects and pamphlets that you get from investments, every single time there are how to say it, risk
disclaimer.
Yeah, risk disclaimer. So
you're always going to have caveats attached to everything. You have to.
Yeah, it says like, you know, past performance doesn't guarantee future returns. 80% of people losing money with CFDs, or you know, they have to highlight the risk by law, by regulation. And it's true. You know, looking left on the chart doesn't always guarantee that it's going to happen again.
No.
especially with gold.
And you know, it's got to match up with your own analysis. Somebody's got to, you know, you've got to learn to do your own analysis of these things. I mean, that's the whole point of what Thomas always sort of drives home. You know, this is all about understanding the market and understanding your analysis, or understanding how to do analysis in order to get the right entries.
Yeah, because you can be getting signals left and right on the street, but like just because someone giving you the signal as okay, this is the buy, this is the sell, this is whatever, you still have to do your own analysis as a do you agree with the person and not just fishing random signals on the street. If you're doing that, then what's the difference between that and
if someone says jump off from someone says jump off from a cliff, would you do it? Absolutely not.
Why not? If they're good enough.
Reza Farbudi.
But try to say buy or sell. We all jump in. Don't worry.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen. So Reza Farbudi on YouTube. Gold has to clear liquidity above the 2070, and after that we'll test 2150. Now that is what I like. I like to hear this. That gold is gonna fly. So Onzi, I don't know what he's on about. He's in a buy from 31. Do I keep holding? Yeah, hold it, mate. If that's the answer you're looking for, just hold it.
I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm still waiting for it to drop to around 1920 to then take a buy.
Is still absolutely valid because, you know, we have 1920, even 1910 is in the game of buying. So another 30 minutes. I'm gonna close down anyway the stream in about 20-30 minutes. It's Friday. I wanna go and enjoy life, and then most likely gold price is gonna skyrocket. Looks like our US 30 position is doing okay. Now it's dropping.
It went back up, and then which I mean I closed when it was at its bottom, but I should have went back in again.
That's what I'm talking about. So this was our US 30 entry. Who entered with me on US 30?
Him.
1.
I did.
2.
Yeah, same here.
3.
It is 2:30 though.
I did.
2:30 that market opens and it always starts to really move.
Hope it's gonna drop. It's gonna keep dropping this way. And if US 30 is dropping, gold should do what?
Gold's going up.
Damn right. Tiavina. US 30. Gerard is here. Samurai asking, what are you eating, Thomas? It's like salty sticks. It's really popular in Eastern Europe. It's I don't know.
Raoul knows all about salty sticks. Sorry, bringing the conversation down again.
Yeah, where is Raoul?
I know. I like his banter.
Yeah, I like when you two start the cockfight.
But it's very friendly, but
yeah, it's gentlemanly.
I really like Raoul, so you know, it's just friendly banter, a bit of dance, as they say. I assume you closed your 150 earlier, or did you, Catherine?
Christine.
Christine, sorry, Christine. I don't know why I said that. I beg your pardon.
It's okay. I closed some of it, but then I added more when it went lower. So, I mean, it's the P&L moves. It's just.
Catherine, did you close your 150?
I closed some of it and I went in again.
Thank you,
so
Catherine.
it was a quick 34K, and then I just go in again.
What are you going to spend that money on? Travel, luxury, jewelry?
I can't travel.
Oh shit, you're still in
Yeah.
lockdown.
Yeah.
How long is it going to last? Did any news?
Well, we just allowed flights from like a few countries that we have banned them from flying back to Hong Kong. People literally are flooding into Hong Kong right now because they can't come home, and then the maids and servants can't come over to work. So it was
Terrible.
funny how the first flight, the people that were on the flight are actually from the Philippines. They are mostly servants and maids coming over here to work.
Well, Christine, you can stay over in Singapore and watch out for shorter quarantine.
Oh,
My friend do this because I
come
live
over
in
to-
Hong Kong too.
Come over to sunny Bournemouth. It's very nice here.
It's 14 days quarantine. Like that's why I'm so hesitated to travel because
It's 7 now.
trust me, like if I can work from home, there's no difference of like having self quarantine or anything. Like you basically don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
You're
I know.
stuck with all the monitors at home. You have extended work hours because you don't do anything, and people will like message you conference call around the clock because they know that you don't have to commute anymore.
Do your boss check you sometimes?
Well, we have internal messengers, so they know that you are online or not. Why do you think I'm quite active in the group? Because I'm like working from home. That's why I can be on like a third party messenger or something like that. But in the office, we can't even have a phone near us in the office.
Oh shit.
Like you have to lock, like they have a cabinet to lock everyone's cell phone.
Now that's why I left corporate world, because they try to limit everything. I hated it. Like when to go on lunch break, when to start work, when to finish work. I was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, it was the interesting thing how like they always say, okay, like people are more professional because they work in a corporate environment and then they have information, they do researches, they build algos and quant stuff where external parties or retail people are not going to have. But because of regulation change, now all of a sudden it becomes like, okay, everything is locked down. But if everything is locked away, what is the edge of you versus a regular person? Besides having a separate research department and
don't get me wrong, like some workplaces do respected me really well, like my previous job as a risk manager, so capital markets risk manager. I was to look after 14 banks in 12 different countries. Now that was a respectful job, so no one questioned when I'm going on lunch break or what am I doing. Obviously I had to deliver results, but the good thing is that my senior manager he always said, like, I don't care how long does it take you to do the job, I don't care the input, what I care about is the output. What are the results? If you cannot deliver the results that we agree at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, then that's when we're going to have a conversation. And from that day I said, okay, thank you so much, I'm just gonna finish my work at home today and not, just do work in the evening and don't come in the day, things like that. And he said, yeah, that's fine with me. Now that was a cool boss. But other places,
I used to have a boss who's, the basic idea is, when you're really busy, when when your major projects are, hitting important points, you work all hours. And they expect that. But also, when you get downtimes, then you don't, and you take it much easier. And that was, certain cultures, that's good, but then things change, and then you get idiots who expect you to work 12-hour days every day.
The Korean, the one before, was quite strict because it was a Korean company, and it was like an unwritten rule that you don't go home until your senior boss goes home, so I had to stay there. That was really strict, but also you get a lot of respect in exchange. Other companies, for example, British and American, Now that's what I couldn't really stand, that, you know, all those HR and compliance departments, they're trying to tell you what to do and not to do, and you have to do this silly annual tests about, you know, compliance that obviously don't take bribe from a customer and all that stupid rules.
Yeah.
That's
I work for American company, but when it was more, when the main management we were dealing with was British, it was much better. Then when it, you know, transferred more to the States, it became, you know, useless. So many hoops and rules and other things to go through. It doesn't give you time to actually do the job properly.
Yeah. And
also, I used to travel a lot. When you're away, people then think they can contact you at any time. Up to a point, it's fine. But you know, if I come to calls at midnight, and you know, when you're away, you sort of put out. But when I wasn't working away, I switched the phone off.
Absolutely. So,
sorry.
No, go ahead. It's your time.
Most of the places that I work for is almost 10 hours. I mean, in the iBank environment, that's much longer.
That's normal. But in banking, it's 10 hours is like a normal.
Yeah, and then when I was with a hedge fund, then it's minimal. It's 12 hours because I show up at noon because the Taiwanese market just closed, and you have to do the exchange before noontime, or else they don't do any more exchanges or whatever. The conversion rate will be pretty bad. Then afterwards, I finish work at 1 a.m. in the morning because the European market will be closed.
But you can just use the. Are you calculating all the positions on market price, or just use the fixing?
Well, some of them is fixing. Some of it's because like I have to deal with other markets as well, like the like some of the treasuries, some of like the futures market, and like agriculture and all that stuff. So I mean that was fun because I was purely doing FX before, but like with the hedge fund you have a lot more exposures, like equities and like Japan, Hong Kong, US, like Europe, but basically anything you can think of.
When you get settlements, then calculate the T-2 prices, etc.
Yeah, but then I was mainly like when they hired me, it was just to trade FX, and then they want to quantify it, and they want to build an algo out of it. It was funny how it was very early days, so it was funny how like sometimes they would turn it off because like whenever there's non-farm payroll or like FOMC stuff like that, the algo could be like all over the place.
Yeah.
But on the normal markets, it's fine.
My first job was execution trade. No, it was my second job as an execution trader, and I had to do the P&L manually. We didn't have access to that system. It was really good experience because it was on the fixed income, so it was a mixed P&L of futures. Just gonna mute well. So it was futures, FX, stocks, and fixed income, and it was a chaos. Like if you've seen a big Excel sheet ever before, now that was a big one, and obviously you get the data from Bloomberg, so all the BDH functions and BDP, and it was just a nightmare to calculate just the settlements, because some of them was T+2, some of them T+5. If it didn't arrive in time, then you had to calculate the accrued interest, and it was a chaos. But I learned everything.
Yeah, you learn a lot. I think like most of the times, I think before, like when we hired those interns or assistants, that's the first thing they will be doing all the calculations, doing the settlements and all this and that. Like that's the first thing they have to do. Just sit next to the trader, and then just like the equity traders, the fixed income traders, and FX is not too bad, but like the equities and the fixed income. I mean, with the accrued interest and all this and that. Oh my god, I've done it for a short while. Oh my god.
The fun thing came in when we started hedging on the fixed income market, and I had to calculate those extra calculations in the P&L. Like it was a risk management sheet I opened to calculate the delta. Oh god, I just forgot the word. Duration. Yeah, so how many points is the yield is going up on the 10-year treasury bond, how does it going to affect the P&L, each percentage point movement?
Oh, that's the interesting part.
It was tough at the beginning, but once you get the gist of it, it's fine.
Yeah,
So,
eventually you just build a spreadsheet out of it, then you make your life a lot easier.
yeah. Sammy Madegwa, I just bumped into your channel and it's second to none and mature. Thank you. I've been called mature. Thanks for your good work. You're welcome, bro.
Well, it's got mature membership in a way.
Yeah, we have senior memberships as well, if you're interested. Old-time pensioners, old-age pensioner membership. By the way, we're up 75 pips on gold. Who's in profit? Step forward.
Oh, I'm already slowly taking profit.
Me.
I've already been taking one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Pretty happy today.
On board.
Ferrari is coming. Many Ferraris.
Ferrara.
Today is a really good day. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm back. Of course it's a good day.
Of course, of course. Of course.
1925 has been hit. 1931. Oh no.
What I can see is that Thomas, it actually, when you did the trade, it hit the trend line exactly, and now when it hit the trend line on top, so it really went from down to up.
Yeah, sometimes it goes from up to down.
Yeah.
You referring to the trend line as the horizontal?
No, I'm referring to the trend line that I said that I drew. I see that your target hit it exactly, yeah, and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yes, see. So I should have entered because it hit my trend line beneath.
Yeah, you know, there's still a possibility that it's going to bounce up and down and respect the channel.
Yes.
Or there will be there is a possibility that it's going to break through, retest, and boom. We don't know.
Exactly.
But
I just did a sell on that upper trend line.
Oh, after this
same
impulse
scenario
move.
on the 15 minute from the bottom.
I think it's emotion because I should have taken the buy at the bottom.
It's like a wedge coming in.
Yeah, but I think it's quite dangerous now. It's to short
right.
this candle.
Right.
But never know. Maybe you're right. So I don't say don't do this because you know I'm wrong sometimes as well. Anything is possible on the.
If you look at Thomas' chart right now, if you look on the left, like 1935 has been a level, and then the next one will be 40. So if you short, I mean, a suggestion if you want to short would be like if it tests 35 and fail to break through, then you can go for a short. Or if it breaks, then you can wait for the next one like near 40, which is the day high. But until you get a confirmation with such a bullish move right now, if you want to go short, then you might have to have a pretty big stop loss, or I mean.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's a bit the emotion that I wanted to enter beneath, but I didn't have. I didn't do it, and then I was like, okay, then I'll take the trend line above. But that's not how it works.
I mean, it's fine. You drew the trend line, like it's fine. If you want to go short, you can just wait for. I mean, not the hourly, maybe on a lower time frame. If it pulls back and then fail to break through, hey, you're more than welcome to short, because a lot of people was just like when the market is dropping and they feel like okay, there is like a pause, and then they feel like okay, it's going to reverse, and then jump in for a buy, and then they drop more.
Exactly, but for me it wasn't only a trend line. I saw compliments on the 1 hour. It's hitting the 50 EMA, and on the 15 on the 1 hour it went against the 50 EMA, and in the 15 minutes it had confluence hitting the 200 and the 50 EMA and the trend line. So that was the confluence for a good resistance there.
Yeah, you see, Percy already mentioned. Yeah, because he started to bringing in more reasoning to his logic, because you know, just looking at that, you know, he sold, he wouldn't. My question was, why did you sell? If you look at the chart,
I was worried.
But then, if you look at the RSI, you have again trading below the 50% level, which is a clear sell, and then you know, moving average and whatever you have at your disposal. So actually, I'm showing you now. No, you saw it. So trading below the 50 RSI, moving average, so whatever you use in your at your disposal, and if you have a confirmation, enter. So maybe it's not.
I was looking for I said confluence.
Yeah. How many confluences do you need to enter a trade in your trading plan?
It should be 3.
So you have the free rule as well.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have.
Okay, let me go take a little bit more profit to push it down for you. I'm just kidding. I'm not necessarily pushing it down, but I am taking some profits.
That'll make it drop some.
So, Christine, I guess if you have to work from the office, you lose money.
Wait, what?
I guess if you have to work from your office, you lose money.
Of course not. I mean, in the office, I'll be doing different like other stuff, not just like this kind of pure sport trading. I will have other stuff as well.
I was just kidding. Sorry.
Like many of the, just one point that trading as a professional trader is actually not as luxurious and you know, exotic as it sounds. That oh yeah, you sit in front of 6 charts and what you do is trading all day. There is actually way worse, because sometimes the traders are bitches of the sales desk, where they have to, you know, fulfill client orders coming in electronically and through the phone. You pick up the phone, you deal with the sales desk. There's so many other things, like the operational things, that 80% of the job is actually boring and repetitive.
No, especially when you have to do structures. Oh my god.
I never had to do that. Or what do you mean?
Like if you want to do a
deal?
structure option stuff, you have to send like you have to make sure the client sign the disclosure stuff, that they understand what they're doing, and then and then you have to explain to them, and then they have to get the term sheets, and then they have to get the pricing. They have to understand the structures, and then you send it to them, and then the pre-deal term sheet, and then when the deal is done, you have to send them another confirmation term sheet, and then back office have to send them another one.
Yeah.
But before the trade was done, there's so much work in front that the salespeople have to do, and then you need to make sure those salespeople get them done too.
Yeah,
and
I never. I never done.
It's annoying because they will ask you for like 15 pricing for different tenors, different pairs, and different all this and that. It's just like it's almost like a supermarket for them to
But
choose.
you know what's funny? Like the first is I never had to do options. It was just beyond my not capabilities, but for some reason we never had. I did manage options on the capital markets, like risk-wise. But the funny thing was when I used to work at the biggest operation, which was a fully functioning retail bank with a relatively large treasury and capital markets activity across half the globe. And I've heard stories that it was before I joined banking back in 2008. Actually, the options contracts that the bank had, because I questioned some of the internal regulations in the options on the options desk, because I thought it's quite strict. And they said that it was because back in 2008, when they had options contract with Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan, they couldn't actually calculate the real value, the real price of the options. When, you know, obviously it was a massive shitstorm in the market, but they just didn't know what is the real value of the options, and it's a really complex product for sure.
It depends on what model you use too. Like I think if you go to Bloomberg, like I mean, the most general one it will be like the Black-Scholes model, but you can adjust it. You can do a lot of like alterations if you use the Bloomberg to do the pricings as like indications. But each bank or each firm, they will have their own calculations as well, but not necessary as Black-Scholes. And then most of the people really just look at like the Vega and the Delta. They don't really look at other stuff. So like if you quote the price, they were like, okay, what's the strike, what's the tenor, what's the premium, and then they'll ask you for the delta, and that's about it. They don't really know like the real value. And then the more complicated one, if you do like the colors, the triangles, the butterflies one are the most complicated because the seagull ones and
straddle, barbell, butterfly, ladder.
Yeah. And then those are the complicated ones. And then when someone calls and say, oh, what is the price of like if I unwind the left leg and then I want to extend the right wing, and then those are the one that is insane.
That's no thank you. I would just keep these. It's some people, they find joy in these complex products, but that's not me for sure.
Yeah, I just like using those as a hedge. But not so much as in like a speculation thing.
So someone just asked how to join the Zoom. Now the Zoom is only for a small but privileged number of people. If you want to join, go to alphafx.eu. There's 2 membership left because 2 has been taken up. I need to change it. But through the link you can join the conversation, you get daily analysis, morning briefings, you get to dinner with Christine or Sean depending on your preference, and then...
Or Raoul.
Or Raoul, yes, but that's like a top tier. That you have to buy the premium package to get to Raoul, for sure.
Oh, okay.
You know, and all dinner is paid by them, it's not me. So go to alphafx.eu, take out the 50%, there's 2 membership left, and become member of one of the fastest growing trading communities. So, where's
and Sean promises to wear his police outfit.
Yeah, and he's gonna sort out the speeding tickets as well.
Hey, where is Jimmy and Sophie? Are they on a date? It is Friday.
Jimmy is so quiet. Yeah, where is he?
I think Sophie might be insulted by that.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is.
I'm here.
Hello, Sophie. Arkadaş.
Hey. Arkadaş.
How's Jimmy doing, Sophie?
Sorry?
How's Jimmy doing?
I have no idea. I don't have the number of his wife.
Which wife? He's got 3 wives.
I mean the principal one, the responsible of...
Principal one, oh my god.
Do you have a main wife?
Is that his wife or is that his carer?
I don't know, but I think the first one should be the main character.
Now that's a problem. If I was to, have more wife, I have to be really careful who's going to be the main one. But unfortunately,
it's the first choice.
Multiple wives are not allowed in my country, but yeah, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. It's up to interpretation for everyone.
I mean, do you even think about it?
Not for long term.
I was dealing with a project manager in Saudi. I was dealing with a project manager in Saudi, and I think he had either 2 or 3 wives, but each one had to have their own house.
Now, who's paying for that?
Oh,
he was.
I'm fine with one then.
You
need to appease the other wife.
But in some Arabic countries, you don't even need to have the acceptance of your first wife because they won't know it. You will just travel somewhere and just meet someone and just fall in love with and just marry that person and then just go back to your country and then go to another Arabic country.
But that's just like a dog on heat.
Wait, I think that's like the perks of being a pilot, right? Well, I think that's the perks of being a pilot, right?
No,
I don't think that is. I don't think that is. In all Arab countries, it is applicable. Because I was living in Dubai.
they can't know because as I am Arab, you know, not just in Arabic countries, you know, if you go to somewhere else, if you don't show papers that you are married, they won't know. How they can know? They won't send someone to your country to search if you are married or not.
Yeah, but that's just cruel. Come on,
Yeah, that's true, but that is applicable everywhere, right? Even in Europe, if I didn't tell that I'm not married, so that is applicable everywhere, not even in Arab countries.
Everywhere. But the thing is, I mean, in some European countries or some American countries, I think in the ID it's mentioned if the person is married or not. I am not sure of that, but I think some countries has that.
So why a woman cannot?
No, I guess every country is having that. If I didn't mention, they are not going to sue me for that.
No, you don't have that in your passport or your ID in some countries. Like for example, in my country, I am Moroccan. And you don't have that in your ID. Even in Turkish ID, you can't find if the person is married or not, unless you go into the system of his system, like and see if he's really married or not. Otherwise, you can't know.
God,
that's even prevalent everywhere. Even in India, if I do not apply an other passport, I can hold my initial passport itself. Even in Dubai, the same thing applies.
Only without you guys.
So it's up to me whether to upgrade it or not.
Exactly. My wife also.
But if I am traveling from India to some other country, probably I should add my spouse name.
Oh,
so
really?
Can we marry Jimmy or not?
No.
Possible now.
The question is, ladies and gentlemen, the question is,
can we marry Jimmy?
No, is Sophie married or not? That's the only thing that
matters. that is for a lot of men here.
I got it now, but I'll leave you thinking. You can keep thinking about it.
Put us out from our misery, Sophie. Tell us, are you married or not? That's the $1 million question today.
I'm not gonna tell you anything. You can guess.
So there's still chance.
Left us in mystery.
You can
Jimmy's still got
guess.
a chance.
Yeah, but
Jimmy
no chance
still got
Jimmy.
a chance.
Oh, we guess you are. Is that right or wrong?
Well, you can guess. You are
Don't
free
break
to
my
guess.
heart. Don't break my heart, Sophie. Choose your
You
words
are
wisely.
free to guess.
I guess not married because you sound too happy. So I'm guessing not married.
Wait,
Wow,
what does
so
married
you are
people sound
saying
like?
that-
Depressed?
Yeah, that's wow, man. Why are you
sound like
married?
Raoul.
Hold on. I have an
I
idea.
sounded depressed when I was married, because I was.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's not go there really. That's probably could be a touchy subject.
That's too discouraging to the single people.
That's all we do. We tap on, inconvenient subjects. That's how we keep up 300 people watching the stream.
Yeah, it's more.
But you know what's weird? I have never met a guy in my life, a married man that is happy in his life. I have never met that guy.
Exactly.
who is happy.
That's just
we are. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm just joking around. I'm happy.
Really?
We
really
love the happy.
I live in a happy
Roll's
marriage
happy.
as well.
I would have a story to tell you, but probably not on a live stream. But my God.
We
How
really
you gonna buy me
started.
a Ferrari if you got a man? You might get a little upset. I prefer my Ferrari in red and black. Be a good color.
Usually men get the Ferrari after above 50.
Yeah, you have to be a sugar daddy first to have a Ferrari. Not now.
No, you
you are
don't.
still young.
Everybody, we're going down.
No, you don't.
As
Come on.
Yeah, that Sal was a good call.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think
I must say I went out and then.
Well, if you look at the 15 minutes, it looks like it's going to
and then
form
I did my
a.
sell again.
You look at the 15 minutes, it almost looks like it's forming a head and shoulders there.
Oh my God.
ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna call it a day now. It's been started World War III with these topics, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We need to keep it like off the stream, not
we have to be, but it's good. At least we know that, you know, we have to touch on sensitive topics to get the conversation going. So maybe we're gonna start on Monday with a sensitive topic straight off, so the conversation is going to be active.
Yeah,
now,
marriage is definitely a sensitive topic, Sean. We can tell that.
Yeah. Are you happy in a marriage? That's gonna be the topic on Monday.
Stories, Sean. So you know, you're not the only one, mate.
So it was wonderful. Did you manage to lock in some profit today?
Yeah, I did that ages ago, so I'm happy. Hit my target for today.
So just before I say goodbye to everyone, now I know Percy is in a sell, which, you know, there is a possibility that price is gonna come down to clear the previous daily low. Anything is possible, but if price to continue in a bullish way and it breaks the trend line, the previous market structure, wait for the retest and enjoy the benefits of flying high. Anything is possible. Don't forget to manage only 2 or 3% risk. I hope you enjoyed today's stream and see you all on Monday 8 AM. That's for the theme. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend, Thomas.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Thomas.
Bye. And people in YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, the trading. You made a few pips with us. You made some profit. Do you remember that only risk, or don't risk more than 2 to 3%. We're gonna be doing a live stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even on Friday. We're gonna live stream every single day for the next coming week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, enable the notifications, and also join my Telegram, which is where I'm going to send the link. I hope you enjoyed the stream, the conversation, and you made some pips. See you on Monday at 1 PM UK time. This is the Alpha FX.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA.
Oh, forgot to say that before I leave, Theory just asked the question about there's a problem with the discount on the website. There is no problem. All you have to do is add Spring 50 at the checkout. So if you select the premium plan, you click on terms and conditions, select purchase, and you have to add the discount code, which is Spring 50 to get 50% discount off. Enable it, boom, money's going down. So if you want to join, there's only a few membership left, I think 2 or 3 left. So go to the tab, select the plan, add the discount code, and then you get the discount. See you later. Thank you so much.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
It was in US sell. That's a nice drop. Monday, 1 p.m. Make sure you tune in. Thank you so much. This is the Alpha Facts.